Welcome back, YouTube. Yeah, we are finally back on the VW. Yeah, it's been a while. It's I think it's probably like a year since I last did a video. But quite a lot going on, and we did actually make a video on putting it all back together. I think the last video that came out, I think, was the paint job. Yeah, I filmed a full video of putting it all back together, rebuilding everything on the inside and so on. And for whatever reason, that video got corrupt and I wasn't able to use it. And yeah, I've not really done a whole lot with her since. We've been out a few times now, so we have been sort of using her. But yeah, we've just had a lot going on and not been able to actually do a whole lot of work on her. But yeah, today we are changing that, hopefully. We are going to be sorting out a few bits on the interior. So we've got a whole new carpet set to go on all the front end, and a new rug that goes in the back. New steering wheel, and I've got a trim that kind of goes down the sill, covering up like the messy bits. So yeah, all of that should hopefully get done today. So we'll set you up on some sort of time lapse, get all these bits and bobs done, and then I will, at the end of the video, I'll give you a full walk around the bus and show you exactly how she's getting on, any little bits and bobs that we actually did, any upgrades that wasn't in the previous video. And then yeah, I think it's just kind of carrying on from here now. We've got loads of bits and bobs that we actually want to do and upgrade over time. So yeah, hopefully we can start getting some videos back out. And then we have actually got another project car, which is currently behind the camera, which will be coming soon. I've just got a few final things to sort out on that, and then I will be doing some videos on that. That's quite a cool car as well. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully there should be some videos coming in the near future. Yeah, they come out quite easy. First time I've taken them out. Yeah, that side it's literally just lift up and it unhooks. This side it's got a little lever on the front and they just slide out. So yeah, that's nice and easy. So next is all the rubber. So all of this, I feel as that it's been glued. So we've got to take the seat belts out, seat belt anchor points here, and then yeah, all the rubber matting out, and then we'll get it all cleaned up, hoovered out and everything. And then yeah, we can start hopefully installing all of the new carpet, and we have new kick panels as well in the matching material. So yeah, it should look a hell of a lot better. So yeah, we'll get set up on time lapse, get all these last bits taken out and get it cleaned.
Slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate, every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Right, okay, well that's all of that out. Yeah, it's not the nicest stuff. So it's got all of this obviously foam, which is kind of like just the backing of it. So yeah, clean all that up. I won't bother filming that, I'll just get it all cleaned up. Yeah, all floors and everything all clean. Quite nice, to be fair. So yeah, just clean it all up and then we'll show you the new carpet. What colour we've gone for, and yeah, start getting that fitted. I'll see you in a second. Right, okay. We've finally got it all cleaned up as best as can be. Yeah, that took a while. It's a good couple of hours. I was just scrubbing at it, getting all the glue off. But yeah, we're now ready for basically putting the new carpet in, which it's come with a load of spray glue, so it's the same sort of thing, just spray gluing all the panels. I think there's about 10 pieces, I think. So yeah, we'll start getting all that together and start getting it all in, and you can see the final product once it's done.
And the pain is a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Adrenaline, the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams of modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I can play a million mind games, but instead of say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on illogical, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage.
Right guys, we're back on another day. We've got our ball with us today. Yeah, we're just going to try and get a few bits done. We've got a show tomorrow that we're taking it to. So yeah, we've got new steering wheel to get fitted. I've got a nice sill trim to go down the sill with an LED light, and I've got to make a rope to go across the door to stop people from coming in. And what else was there? Oh, the sliding door catch is faulty. So that's pretty much the next four things to do. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is the steering wheel. I've got it over there. So I bought a steering wheel for it. It came with a boss that was wrong, so I've ordered a new boss. So I've just basically got to take the old boss apart, take the horn bits off it, put that onto it, and swap everything over. So yeah, I'll get you set up over there, and we'll get that sorted and hopefully fitted, as long as everything is correct. So I will see you in a few seconds. So you can see this bit here where it's bent over to the side should be straight up So basically when it goes in there, it can line up with one of these holes. So I'm going to have to get a blowtorch on that, I think. Get a little bit of heat and just try and bend it straight. That's better. So rather than it having 2 bodge screws in it like it had in that one, we've actually got the 3 screws line up, so we can actually get them put on properly. Right, we've got that in now. I've only able to use 2 screws because for some reason the Boss only came with 1, and then I've managed to find another one, but yeah, they're a very, very small thread, I think like an M4, and I just haven't got any, so I'll have to order a box of M4 screws, put that on properly. But yeah, other than that, it's basically on. So yeah, we probably have to go and get the steering wheel off now, so we can put this on and get that on sort of straight, and then we can line the steering wheel up with where it needs to be. So I'll take you over there and we'll get that sorted. Right, so yeah, steering wheel pretty easy. 124mm bolt, well, nut in the middle. Number 1 job, make sure your wheel's pointing in the right direction. I know my steering wheel's a little bit skew with anyway, because I never straightened it up because I was always going to change it. So yeah, that's that off, and hopefully might be able to take one of these screws off and put that in mine. Didn't even think I'd have one on mine, so I didn't even need to straighten that plastic piece. So yeah, I will go and see if one of these screws fit into my Boss. Right, so the screws that were on the back of that one did fit, so we've now got 3 screws, so that's a bonus. So the old steering wheel came off with that bit for the indicator stalk pointing this way, so we'll just put it back in the same place, off to one side. So we won't tighten anything up until we've got everything lined up, because we may end up having to take the steering wheel on and off a few times just to move it over a notch or 2. Another thing I've just noticed was, realised is I haven't got a bloody horn button. So yeah, the original one that came with the original steering wheel is obviously very small, and the one that came with the other Boss it fits in, but it is ever so slightly too small as well, so something else I need to order. But it's not the end of the world. So steering wheel should line up pretty straight. So yeah, hopefully that is about where it needs to be. So we've just got, I think it's nine screws all the way around the edge. So we'll get them loosely put in and then tightened up. So we'll just get this bit sped up for you, so you don't have to watch me fiddle around. think we can all agree that that looks a lot better. Yeah, the other steering wheel was huge. It was like this. So yeah, it was genuinely like driving a bus. So yeah, that's one job down. I won't tighten the middle up. I'll wait until I've got the other bits and bobs done and get it out on the road and just drive it up and down in a straight line. Make sure that steering wheel's nice and straight. And it's on a multi-spline all the way around. You can just sort of pull the steering wheel off, move it a spline, push it back down, and then we can tighten that nut up. Make sure it's nice and straight. Not like it matters, because when you're driving down the road you're like this anyway. So yeah, but at least it's pointing some sort of right direction. So yeah, let's move on to the next job, which I think probably do that sill trim next. Right, so yeah, as you can see, we've just got just a nice like polished aluminium sill step just to cover up the orange on here. It does get a little bit rubbed up and stuff as you're getting in and out, so it will go pretty much like that. It just looks a lot nicer, and it's a nice blue LED in there. I haven't actually lit it up yet, so I don't know what it looks like lit up. I don't know how bright it is. The only problem I can see is it's got 3 holes basically for the fixing, here, here and here. There is no fixings with it, so there's no bolts, no rivets, no nothing that come with obviously buying it. I've got plenty of bolts and rivets and stuff I can use. The only problem I've got is they pretty much go down into the runner. So even things like rivets, unless it's a really short rivet, it might stick down far enough that it would catch on the actual runner. So yeah, there's not a lot of room between the runner and the top of the rail. So not 100% with that one. Don't really want to just use something like Tiger Seal, as it is something that's going to get a lot of traffic, and it probably will just get sort of knocked a bit and it will come loose. So I think it's got to be rivets. So I'll have to try a rivet and see how much room we've got, and just experiment with a couple of rivets maybe. So the wiring at the moment, bit of a pain, it's on this side, so I'm going to have to run the wire all the way underneath it and go into this side, and then we're just going to have a little switch in the actual board just to turn it on and off. So all my fuse box and everything is under there, so yeah, it'd just be easier on that side. There's not really anywhere to put the wiring on this side. So yeah, we'll get cracking, see what we can find. So what we've got is basically the nuts that are on the back of these are just catching on like the plywood floor, which gives it that rock, which I don't want. So I'm gonna basically put some tape in. I was hoping just then when you see me whacking it, I was hoping to just leave a small indentation in the line, or just some sort of mark, and I can just sort of like cut out or drill down into it, but it didn't. So put a bit of tape on, do the same thing again. Hopefully it will just leave a small mark in the tape, and I can just use a big drill just to drill a couple of little sort of like ½ centimetre hole, and they will go down in it flush then. Go. So I don't know if you can see it, I'll try and show you. So it just leaves a couple of small little marks in it. It gives us something. Just use a big drill bit and just drill down a little bit, and that should allow them to clear then. Should. There we go. That now sits where it's nice and flush. We haven't got that rock, so that's what we wanted. So now it's just a case of obviously looking at where these will fit. Looks like that needs to go back just a tiny bit. So these ones just need to move backwards a little bit. So it fits nice and flush there on the back. So yeah, mark these off now, drill a couple of little pilot holes, and then hopefully, like I said, I know I can get one on this front one because the rail goes back about here. These two, a little bit of concern. So let's have a look what rivets we've got and go from there. So I did find a couple of very small rivets, so I'm hoping that they work. And they are just the right size to go through the holes, and they're quite short. So fingers crossed, they actually do the job. Right. quite good. Only just about sticking out on the bottom, so the sliding door should, definitely will miss it. So that's good. Right, so the next thing for this would be get the wire down the back. So we need an earth, live to the switch, we need to drill the hole for the switch, and then we need a live from the switch to the fuse box. So that will be the next thing. So I'll go and get some bits and bobs ready and crack on with that bit. Yeah, we're basically getting on it. I can't really get the camera in there on the tripod or anything. So we've got the button in. So it's just a simple on and off switch. It's a little bit tight in there for the wiring. But it's basically just one wire there goes to the back of the switch. From that switch down to the fuse box here, and then an earth. I've got an earth point there. So I'll literally just hook all of that up. And then hopefully show you working. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Right, so we've got the sill trim installed. Does look a lot better. Covers up all that sort of bit of crappy bits of sill that was all scuffed up. Button is installed here, and then say it just lights up blue to sort of match with the interior. It's actually quite a lot brighter than I was expecting, to be fair. So yeah, it does look quite nice. Like I said, it looks a lot better than it did. And then my battery died, so whilst it's been on charge, I've just fixed the inside catch on the sliding door, because the wife pulled it and the catch was basically damaged and the door fell off. So that was joyful, and I don't know if you can see it, but we now have a lovely scratch. So that's going to be rectified as well. So yeah, that's done. The next thing to do, I'll just set it up on a quick time lapse. It's nothing particularly for the bus. It's more for when we go to the car shows. So when we go to the car shows, we have the bus obviously opened up as it is. Normally with a door open, so people can actually see inside it, see the layout and so on. And I've got no problems whatsoever with, you know, parents coming over with the children and asking if the kids can sit inside it and have a picture taken. Again, doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'm more than happy to let people in and they take pictures. But what does annoy me is when people come across and they don't ask, they don't talk to you, and they just sort of jump inside it and they're all over it, and it's normally the rowdy ones that the kids end up in the front and they're messing with the indicator stalks, the gear sticks and all that sort of stuff. I was parked next to one at the last car show and he had just a rope basically that sort of hung across here. So I'm literally just going to build the same sort of thing. I bought it's a 30mm thick white rope and then a thinner rope to basically just wrap around the ends and sort of like make a loop, and it'll just hook on up here and over here and just sort of drape across. Hopefully it'll stop people from just helping themselves. There's always a few, you know, very few that spoil it for everybody. But yeah, it's like I said, I've got no problem with letting kids in. I let them sit in the driver's seat and have the pictures taken. But it's just annoying when they don't speak to you, they don't acknowledge you, and they just sort of jump in, help themselves. So yeah, just gotta rectify that, unfortunately. Like I say, we are going to a show tomorrow, so get this made, and then hopefully that will stop them from taking the piss, as they say. So yeah, I'll just set that up on the time lapse. It's not particularly anything to do with the bus, so may or may not enjoy it. So yeah, I will set you up and get that made. Right, guys. Yeah, so that's basically all it is. Just a rope to go across there, stop people, hopefully, from climbing in. The little rope on the end, I think, needs to be a little bit thinner, so I'll probably just order some more. Got plenty of the thick rope to make another one. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, yeah, so we've got the sill step done, we've got the rope done, door handle sorted, steering wheel obviously done, and then obviously all the carpet that we originally done, and the bus caddy. So quite a bit in this video. If you have stayed to watch to the end, thank you very much. Yeah, like I say, it's been a while since I've done a video, but hopefully we've got some more videos coming on this one and this one. So I have just bought that one at the back of me. So yeah, there will be some videos coming on that, hopefully in the near future. I'm just gathering up a couple of bits and bobs for it. It's a MOT failure, been off the road for a long time, so it should be an interesting one. And obviously this will carry on in the background. I'll just be doing bits and bobs. I think the next big thing to do to it is probably going to be lowering it. So I need to order the drop spindles on the front, and then obviously the rear just gets adjusted. But yeah, I think that's probably going to be the next one. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment if there's anything you'd do differently or anything that you recommend. Leave it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no